Good morning. So we are going to be looking at Leos today. I'm going to be looking at the overall energy reading. I am an energy reader. I'm also an intuitive reader. I do read the cards off of what they actually say, mean, look like, and all that other stuff. I haven't explained this for anybody else but y'all. So, hi Leos. I hope y'all are doing well. I love y'all. Okay, so we're going to get into this. We're just going to be looking at the overall general reading. I'm going to clarify with the tarot, and then we're going to look into affirmations to help you kind of get yourself together. All right, let's look at this. For Leos, what do my Leos need? Okay. Everybody is getting these, like, literally the same cards keep coming out for certain people. Cancers just got that one too. I believe Gemini's did also. And yes, I've been shuffling, so I don't even want to hear it, okay? Okay, so Leos, you have emotional intelligence as well as authenticities, but these both came in reverse. These both came in reverse, and I want to talk about it. Especially this emotional intelligence card. I think a lot of you are getting overwhelmed with how you feel about something, or the changes in your life are very overwhelming, and it's forcing you to understand where you might need, some help as far as emotional support. If this is what you need, then be honest about it, right? Because I think that's what that authenticity is coming in for, especially in the upside down. This upright means, it's like you feel invisible, or you just don't feel like people paying attention to you, but in reality people are trying to help you. I just think it's a matter of you being kind of honest about what you're going through, and maybe it's time to look for a therapist if you are considering it. This is your sign. I think especially for a lot of Leos, you've held in so much pain, and it's not necessarily pain, but I think a lot of you are starting to get frustrated with yourself, and it's kind of coming off as you're not being kind of like, you're not seeing things for what they actually are, and that emotional intelligence is coming out because you're not your emotions about yourself are kind of filtering into other people and how they feel, and you might be a little bit more judgmental than normal. You might also be a little bit more frustrated than normal, and I think your emotions again are really what's kind of taking a toll on you right now, especially with this intuition card being in your shadow. This is you know what you want. You know what you need, and I think a lot of you, if you don't know, it's mostly a matter of you just taking some time to kind of marinate in your own sauce for a little bit. I think a lot of you need a break. And with that being said, I think you're just tired. And because you're tired, you don't feel like yourself. You don't feel like the old you, and that's not, there's nothing wrong with that, because you're turning into somebody who is going to be very authentic. But as of right now, it's taking a lot of energy out of you because you're not the same, and it's okay. For sure. I think it's something that you should be proud of. It's just the emotions that are annoying you. You also might want to check your diet. Your diet might be affecting your hormones. So if you need to kind of, go get some certain things checked out, that's definitely something I would consider, because whether it's therapy, whether it's a nutritionist, whether it's, just you changing some exercise, I think a lot of you could use the extra energy because your emotions are way too high up. Your hormones are too high up, and you need to burn it off somehow, and by burning it off you need to physically get active, and I think that's something that's really going to help you here. So let's get into this tarot. Damn, it's 4 minutes already. Yeah, I feel that too. Jeez. Damn. You might be short of breath. I get that. I get that short of breath. That is way too many cards. Jeez. I'm just going to take... Alright, I don't really like to not take them. We're just going to take them. Maybelline wants you. Cool. Well, tell him to call me later. So with this Eight of Swords, a lot of you, this Cancer has got something similar to this, but this feels a little bit more different. This feels like a lot of you don't want to be ungrateful, and because you don't want to be ungrateful, it's hard for you to speak up about certain things that you want, which is why it's making you emotional, because you just feel like, I need to get something off my chest, I need to be honest with you, I need to tell you how I feel, and this is either not going to work, or this is going to work, or we can either move or we can do something else, but I just feel like I need to go down my own path for a little while. And it's not to say that it's anything personal. Again, it's that emotional intelligence about you being honest about what you need. This is definitely about what you need, especially with that emotional look. Like, I just feel like you could either be surrounded by a lot of vampires, emotional vampires. You could be being emotionally manipulative, or you are being emotionally manipulated. You're gonna have to have a conversation about how you actually feel. And I think the conversation has probably been brought up, but you feel bad about what it is that you have to say, and you don't think that you should push through. But this feels like this situation is making you feel insecure, because it's like, we did all this for what? We did all this for what? And with that insecurity, it's not necessarily an insecurity, but you're confused. You're not feeling, too hot right now. And because you're not feeling too hot, you want to be able to help yourself, and by helping yourself, you need to kind of speak up about, what it is that you're just not willing to do anymore, what it is that you're just not willing to put up with anymore. I think a lot of you overall are kind of content with the way things are going, but it's just certain things that you need to kind of speak up about. And this feels like this feels like a lot of you keep yourself busy so you could stop feeling your emotions, so you can stop, trying to release these feelings of, it feels like frustration. And that's not really what's going to help you. What's really going to help you is to kind of let things flow and let things come to you, let things come out of you, really. I think a lot of you have held back for so long, and now it's like, I need to kind of go back to the drawing board with this. Especially with that Hermit card. You guys really need to kind of marinate in your own sauce. You need to take a little break and go out by yourself. Go do certain things by yourself. I think you just need to kind of make yourself a priority here, because you're not happy with yourself. And your emotions are kind of giving you that guide to say, hey, we need some attention. We need some attention. And it's not attention from other people. You need to love on you right now. And there's just no point in looking back or looking for people to help you with this right now, because I think your spirit is telling you right now, you need to do this by yourself. You need to help yourself right now. And I think by helping yourself, you're going to have to, say certain things that might hurt people's feelings. You have to say certain things that just won't kind of sit well with a family member. You just have to, do something for yourself for once. I think a lot of you have been so giving, so thoughtful, so considerate, and you're looking around you, and it's not that you're ungrateful, but you just feel like you deserve more, and you need to be honest about it. You feel like you want something different too. I get the sense that a lot of you are content, but it's just something that you don't see going, very long term. It just feels like you're going to turn down this offer at some point, but it's hard, because damn, what did we do this for? What did we do all this for? And there's not very many cups here, but the only cup here is the Nine of Cups, and this isn't very romantic to me, honestly. And it could be very romantic, but a lot of you just don't. It's like, it works, it's there, it's happening, it's, it gets the job done, but I don't get a full, like, oh my God, I'm in love, or oh my God, I want to be with this man for the rest of my friggin' life. But I just think that a lot of you, again, need to, with that emotional intelligence, a lot of you either, need to be more honest about your feelings, because it is emotionally manipulative if you're telling somebody something that you don't actually feel. You got to be real, man. Now, come on. There's real people out here with real feelings, and I understand you don't want to hurt people's feelings, but I just think you're going to feel a lot better about yourself if you actually feel what you're going through, or get a therapist and talk to them about it. I'm not a therapist. I would love to be one, but I just think right now you really have to sit down and think about, who are you? Who are you becoming? What is it that you need right now that's going to help you fulfill yourself? And I say yourself because it feels a lot like a lot of you want some time to yourself. A lot of you want to be, just away, because your emotions are making you feel like you need to kind of restart and restructure. And you're looking back on, all the things, oh God, you're looking back on all the things that you've accomplished and, you've done with this person or situation or job or whatever it is. And it's hard for you to say the things that you want to say because you don't want to feel ungrateful, but it's just not working out for you. It's just not working out for you. And I think you're starting to realize that. You want to be fulfilled. There's just a lack of fulfillment here, but life isn't bad. Life isn't bad. It's just, I don't think you're going to accept someone's offer, or you're just not going to continue, and you just kind of want to branch out into your own little thing here, for sure. So let's get into these affirmations. Okay. Practice. Okay, yeah. A lot of you don't feel worthy. And that one kind of came out really kind of loud. It says, I feel worthy and have very special talents that will help me to achieve my dreams. So this is the, I don't think that's a phoenix, but we're going to pretend that it is. But this feels like a lot of you are going through a transformation. Mostly, I think, with who you think you are. Your identity. This is an identity crisis just a little bit, because it's like none of the things that you used to do are helping you right now, and you're looking for avenues to help yourself, and you just don't feel like things are kind of okay. I think a lot of you need to be, again, honest. So it says, I feel worthy and have very special talents that will help me to achieve my dreams. I feel like a lot of you really need to kind of get creative. Make that vision board, draw that drawing. I just feel like a lot of you need to kind of tap into your intuition, especially again with this being on the bottom. That intuition is what's going to kind of lead you to... it's going to guide you through your emotions. That's what I'm going to say. It's going to guide you through your emotions, because a lot of you have talents that could probably, get you to where you want to be. And if this has nothing to do with relationships or love, and if it probably does, that's okay too. It just feels like a lot of you are not being satisfied. And it's making you question whether or not you're worth something more than what you have. And that's hard, because then that creates that doubt of your future, right? So that worthiness is right there. The first one that popped out, however, was awareness. It says, when I focus on positive energy, I'm aware that I attract more of it. For some of you, this feels like if you're only going to think about the things you're not receiving, the things you're not getting, the things, you're not seeing in life, it's really just going to, you're just going to stay where you're at and kind of only focus on the negative. But if you are very grateful for, if you pray over your future, if you say, you know what, Lord, I'm going to put this in your hands, basically, Jesus, take the wheel kind of thing. I just think a lot of you need to kind of manifest back into this flow. You need to align back with life. And in order for you to do that, you have to follow your intuition. It's going to guide you towards the emotional intelligence that you need in order for you to be very authentic with yourself. So your last card is visualization. This card has been in everybody's reading. Everybody's reading. except for Cancer. I think Cancer did not get this one. So it says visualization. It says I make mental pictures of my goals that are simple and to the point. A lot of you, again, need to reorganize your thought process, because old emotions are starting to kind of be buried deep, and they're kind of piling up. And it's time for you to just understand that you got to throw some shit out. You got to get rid of some stuff. You got to sell some stuff and make space for the new shit that you want in your life. If this is not romantic, then for sure you need to kind of clean up, do your thing, let go of a lot more than what you need. Don't hold on so much to things that just aren't necessary right now. And again, get creative. I think a lot of you want to see a specific outcome for your life. So, mentally make that picture so that you know what it is that you want to do. Cool. So I'm going to end this reading here. If you would like a personal reading, my name is Wahida Abdallah. You can go to lolahoneyaroma.com. Have a great day, Leos.